ever watched a puppy wrapped up tight in a blanket? I mean, they fight against that with everything they've got. No blanket's gonna hold them in. Much like our current market, this low inventory is not gonna curtail the demand of the buyer. In fact, it's so active out there right now, I would think we were in the heat of the summer market. So let's talk about the buyers right now because their psyche is strong and their numbers are high. 4.8 million millennials turned 30 years old this year. The rest of them are 22 to 39. That is peak home buying. 40% of them are parents. Additionally, that raises the home ownership rate from 38% to 80%. That's significant. 38% of the homes sold this next year are expected to go to millennials. Over 50% of the loans originated are supposed to go to millennials. Now remember, 8.8 to 9.2 million first-time home buyers are coming out in the years 2020 and 2021. Denver is certainly going to get their share, as we're expected to see a population of 3.3 million by the end of this year in Denver Metro alone. So let's think about these millennials, because as they turn into 2020, they are getting finally a grasp on their student loan debt and credit card debt. They're getting better paying jobs and higher wages. They're turning to spending, and they're expected to spend $1.4 trillion this year. Significant consumer spending opportunity. Meanwhile, the economics underneath them support them in doing so. So the Colorado wages are up 5.4% year over year. Unemployment is down to 3.6 nationwide, 2.6 in the state of Colorado. Our spending continues to be up, although small, 0.3%. Job growth is up 2.6%, and our GDP landed in 2019 at 2.3. And even though some of those numbers are expected to slow down, they're expected to remain positive as inflation is still muted. So what's even more powerful news for our home buyers? It's the low interest rates. I mean, we're still only a quarter point off of the historic lows. You add that to the fact that we broke through double-digit appreciation, you've got a strong gain in affordability. So the Federal Reserve Board met at the end of January, and they stated that they're going to hold interest rates steady. They're doing that because of the economics, but they're also said that they're going to continue purchasing T-bills through April 2020. This will keep our interest rates low, probably through the summer. Some economists say through the end of the year. So that increased affordability is spurring increased demand. We're seeing that through an increase in mortgage purchase applications, 5% month over month, 16.6% year over year. I mean, buyers are coming out and scooping up everything that's good on the market. So the two numbers that really telltale in this month's DMAR's Market Trends report is the fact that new listings coming out was up almost 90%. Yet the active listings at the end of the month were down almost 2%. We also saw that median sales price creep up just slightly over a half a point because those multiple bids are coming out strong this month. Buyers want these homes, right? But we also saw the close were down. Close were down 34%, primarily due to the lack of inventory, not the lack of demand. Only homes over $1 million saw ample supply. They saw 6.92 months of inventory. Total inventory still under 5,000. We know that that's low. In fact, we're feeling it. I had one realtor email me on Saturday saying he had 44 showings on a new listing at $400,000 that went out on Thursday and multiple offers. On Thursday. That market is hot. Meanwhile, the sellers are still wrestling with that blanket. I mean, those sellers who are willing to come out priced right and put a little time, money, and energy into fixing up their home and staging it are being rewarded by sitting on the market an average of 15 days. Those 44.6% of sellers who still think it's a seller's market, well, they're just putting their house on the market and possibly too high, unstaged. They're sitting on the market an average of 70 days. And having to reduce their price to sell. I mean, sellers, you're in a position to gain incredible wealth. Tenure is up to an average of 8.21 years for those sellers who sold in fourth quarter 2019. that gives them a realized gain of a 13-year high. I mean, that's incredible news. So sellers, take that profit off the table, go find the home of your dreams, and release some of the inventory that our buyers are so strongly demanding. And if you're waiting for the spring buyer's market, well, all you're waiting for is more sellers to come out. So while 2020 unfolds, and most headlines will read about the Brexit and impeachment, the election, and the coronavirus, where I'm looking is job growth, unemployment, and consumer confidence. Because while we know manufacturing is still down and the government's still spending, it's consumer confidence that's going to drive the GDP and our economy. So if you'd like to learn more about what's going on right now in Denver's housing market, or if you'd like to get pre-approved to purchase your own home, give me a call. My name's Nicole Rueth with the Rueth team of Fairway Mortgage. We look forward to serving you.